is, how do you get started? Well, at Glintech, our advice is always to look at your needs and your pain points first and let that dictate the direction of your tooling. So if we look at the tools from an ITSM capability standpoint, what we want to do is rate your proficiency against each of these practices. Think about, do you currently provide that capability to your users? Do you need to? These are mostly common to every business, so they probably all do apply to some degree. If you're not currently offering one of these, what are the most important ones for you to focus on? If you are offering it in another tool, is it working for you? Are there benefits, either features or cost-wise, to moving it into Jira? So my advice is to rate yourself 1 to 5 against each one of these, and then you can prioritize them in order of desire or need, and have your implementation plan. Now, lastly, just to make sure you understand the capabilities to actually rate against, I'll do a really quick run through. Request management, you're probably all doing this to some degree. You've got a portal, agent queues, maybe SLAs, you've got workflow. But are you using automation? Do you link your work to other teams in Jira? Request management is nearly always the first capability to implement, and it can almost be seen as the foundation to our ITSM tool. And it usually should go hand in hand with incident management. That's using Jira and Opsgenie, like I said, to run your alerting, incident swarming, reporting, and PIRs. Now remember, incident management is integral to getting your mean time to resolution down, making your user experience better and quicker by looping in the right people immediately and creating a space for them to work through the incident and restore service. Hopefully, your incidents are unconnected to your changes. Change management in JSM, it really is kind of change for the DevOps era. You can track all of your changes in Jira. You can automate your approvals and your risk settings. You can use approval gates to track and manage significant changes and deployments. Basically have a complete audit trail in Jira with no double handling of that who, what, and why. And as discussed with the addition of Insight, you've also got asset management, used to track actual assets. So know who's got what laptop and what software. And that can really expedite all of your support and purchase requests based on the requestee. If somebody says, I've got a problem logging into the system, you can see in the ticket itself what type of laptop they've got, what software is installed, what access they have. It's all there in front of you. So you can get insights, pardon the pun, on your assets. You can also find out things, are you overpaying for software seats that aren't needed? Are there licenses about to expire that you're not across? These are the sorts of problems that asset management solves. You can also use Insight to do configuration management. That lets you gain visibility into the infrastructure that supports your critical applications and services. And you can use Insight to understand the service dependencies and the relationship between them. So that allows you to minimize risk when you're, planning an upgrade or responding to an incident. You know what should happen sort of downstream if you were to turn off a server, for example. And last but not least, our favorite, Confluence, knowledge management. You should be leveraging Confluence to capture all of your knowledge, all of your processes, and for collaborating with your team. As an example, a well-configured knowledge base on an IT service desk can actually reduce your incoming tickets by 30%. It's amazing. But so few people actually have it implemented properly. So if you have got Confluence, have a think about how you're using it and what you could do. So that's the capabilities that are out there. That's ones that you should offer, could offer, maybe you are offering. But hopefully that gives you a useful way of how to consider approaching these new features in JSM and actually getting you to that JSM hero status that you should have within your companies.